You've got questions? We've got answers. Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, answering the questions that new leaders ask us. It's our mission to help all leaders become more successful, productive, and confident. And in this episode, we're going to talk about how do we get people to recognize that we are actually the boss. Let's dive right on in. So here's the question that we got asked. How do you best deal with members of your team that don't recognize you as a new leader? So if it was you that asked me that question, I would want to respond first with another question. And that question would be, so why does this matter to you? Because I think there's two basic reasons why people could ask us this question. One would be from an ego perspective. Listen, I'm the boss now. They need to pay attention. Why don't they recognize me as the leader? Hey, look at me. Well, if this question is coming from an ego place, I'd say, well, maybe you just need to calm down. Chances are, though, that's not why it was asked. Chances are it was asked in an earnest way because there's a barrier as people don't see you as having made the transition, that they still see you as a peer and don't really see you as in charge. They don't really see you as having the responsibility and the accountability for the work of the team. So if that's the reason for asking the question, let's talk about some things that you can do. The most important thing that you can do is to sit down with that person or to sit down with the entire team, if appropriate, and talk. You've become the new leader, and so they're dealing with the change of a new leader. Maybe a sense of loss for a person that they thought was great before you. Maybe a sense of grief because they thought they were going to get the job and you got it instead. There could be any number of reasons, but sit down and have a conversation with them and ask them what their concerns are. Acknowledge, hey, as a new leader, I want to make sure that we're on the same page. I want to make sure that we can be successful together. Tell me what your concerns are. Tell me what your worries are. Tell me what you are thinking. Tell me what you are concerned about me. Now, you don't ask the questions that rapid fire, and after you ask, you shut up and listen. Because the most important thing, the first thing to do is there's something to be said for the asking of the questions, and then you must listen to the responses. In that process, you will learn some things that will help you be more successful. In that process, oftentimes the respect that you think you need and the recognition that you need will come through this process in most cases. So if you want people to recognize you as the new leader, you need to lead, but that doesn't mean lead from a place of cockiness or overconfidence. It comes from a place of openness and willingness to share and willingness to understand. So if you want to do this, open up a conversation, ask questions, listen to their responses, and acknowledge them. You may not agree with everything they're going to say. That's not the intention of this conversation. The intention of this conversation is to learn what's on their mind and what's on their heart, because in doing that, you're taking the first step toward showing them that you care and showing them that you're going to lead. So hopefully that was helpful, but let's just close this out with today's tweet. If you want people to recognize you as a leader, start by recognizing them as a valuable contributor. So I hope my answer to the question was helpful, and if it was, I hope you'll share it with others. That would be of great benefit to them and to us. And if you did find it valuable, chances are there's other resources on this page that you will find useful. All the resources here are designed entirely to help you be a more effective leader, to help you to be a more confident leader, to help you make the transition from bud to boss. And so I hope that you'll take advantage of all of the resources here. And I hope to see you on a future episode of Questions and Answers right here. Thanks.